And welcome into this week opening edition of Big Ten Today. I'm your host, Rick Pizzo. Excited to take you to tour stops in State College, Madison. We'll even check in with the Ducks out in Eugene. But we begin with the big story, and one of the biggest stories in all of college football, the new coaches around the country, including Bob Chesney at UCLA. It's no surprise that all 5 teams, which finished among the nation's top 15 in both scoring offense and defense last year, made the playoff. But you may be surprised to see James Madison on that list. And his success at JMU over the past 2 years led Chesney to the big time and the head job at UCLA, which is where we find our West Coast training camp crew, anchored by Darren Vaught and record-setting Bruin QB Brett Hundley.
Thanks, Rick. You know, here in Westwood, I felt so special tagging along with you, Brett Hundley, because you're back. This is the program that you played for. You were the BMOC here.
I greatly appreciate it. It was a fun time, you know, for me coming back to campus and to be able to be around this atmosphere, the new regime that's coming in. It was a beautiful thing, and I'm really excited from what we saw, what I feel like is going on with the Bruins this year. I'm really excited to see if they put it together this year.
New head coach Bob Chesney, I think that's a perfect place to start. Yeah. You and I both came away very impressed by the energy and the deliberation of the practice that we witnessed. What were your takeaways?
That was just, hit it on the head, because when we were standing out on the sideline at practice, I remember when Chesney came up to us and he was like, hey, we're running this because there's an ebb and a flow to practice. Just everything he was detailing. You could tell this guy was like locked in. And it was funny because after I wanted to run through a wall. I wanted to put the helmet back on. But, that's the type of guy we needed in this program. I think that type of mentality, that type of culture he's bringing in, that was what made me so happy when we were at practice, to be able to see that and see these guys flying around.
Well, let's get to the football itself. What impressed you about what you saw? We'll get to the offense and the defense shortly, but what struck you first, whether it was maybe one or the other?
I think the biggest thing, it was day 2 of training camp. They're just getting in the flow of things. So I didn't go into it thinking like, hey, I wanted to see the X's and O's all detailing. I just wanted to see if they were lining up correctly, if the guys were having fun out there. And, we got to see all of it. We got to see on one of the first plays, Nico's throwing a bomb to start us off. And that is what, especially as we go from last year, the production, to this year, what they're, hoping to do, that is the stuff I want to see. So it wasn't so much like going into practice and saying, hey, all right, let's see if these guys are knowing their stuff. But it was a lot of energy, a lot of fun. And I feel like I saw everything I wanted to see. I'm excited for them.
Nico Iamaleava.
There we go.
The quarterback.
There we
got it when we talked to him.
I
got it when we talked to him. The quarterback in his second season here at UCLA, that provides so much continuity now that he's had a coaching staff to work with, a system to work with. For an entire offseason, he's not really had that.
No, not at all. And you bring up a great point. That's why I'm really excited to see what he does this year. Coming from Tennessee to come into this program, he came in last April and didn't even get a full offseason with, last year's coaching staff. Now this year, you get a full offseason. And speaking as a quarterback, that means a lot, not just from, getting into being around your players and your teammates and learning an offense, but the reps. That's a big thing. You have to be able to play on Saturdays without thinking, honestly. So you have to know this stuff like the back of your hand. In our interviews, that was one of the things he brought up, was the audibles, the checks. And I think about it like myself when I was in Green Bay, first starting in that playbook. If we're calling this play in install 1, I have to know this check from install 6. That is the things that people don't know when it's a quarterback trying to get into a new offense. So I'm really excited that he gets this time, and hopefully we could see what, when he came from Tennessee, we knew he had a big arm, he could run. In this offense, I think we'll be able to see more of that.
New offensive coordinator Dean Kennedy came from James Madison with Bob Chesney. Knowing what you know about what the Dukes did there on their way to a college football playoff appearance, how does that appeal to a quarterback like Nico?
You know, I think with this coaching staff coming in, for Nico, he should be licking his chops, having this new offensive coordinator coming in, and the offense fits perfectly to what he's doing, you know, as a mobile quarterback to be able to run, and that puts a lot of pressure. As a play caller, it makes it, you know, we used to call these plays with Noel Mazzoni, my offensive coordinator, where you always get a matchup, because if the quarterback's running, usually you got the deep safety, or, you know, unless you're playing cover zero. But that's the stuff I feel like we're going to be able to open up this, or, you know, UCLA is going to be able to open up this offense a little bit, getting those matchups now, using Nico's legs a little bit more, and then also throwing the ball, which should open up the passing lanes.
You spent some time with Nico. Any takeaways compared to maybe, I mean, you know, this is a much more experienced college football player now.
Yeah, he seems and he talks just like it. So that is one thing that I love seeing from a quarterback, is like once you get out of sort of the nerves, then you sort of just get to playing football. And that's when you really get to see a quarterback's true nature come out. And being able to watch him while we were at practice and just see his command and his leadership, I think has been fun for me as a quarterback to be able to watch. You know, sometimes when the offensive linemen are jumping on side, he's getting, like, I want to see this. I want to see the quarterback say, hey, like, this is not our standard. And that's one of the things he harped at while we were at practice that I was able to watch. So for him, he looks like the leader and he speaks like the leader. And I feel like going into this year, he's going to be the guy. Everybody, you know, it's always the quarterback, but he's going to be the guy that leads this team.
Well, it feels like this is an offense that could be pretty good. Let's switch gears to the defense. Yeah. Another new coordinator there, also from James Madison. Colin Hitchler takes the reins, has brought in some of the James Madison talent, some transfers from elsewhere. What did you make of the defense, just the personnel, and how good you think they could be?
You know, on the defensive side, they were flying around when we were at practice. So I'm really excited to see what the defense does. And, you know, we talk about the offense last year. We talk about the defense. It wasn't the greatest year production-wise, but on the defensive side, you can only go up. You know, 10 sacks last year as a team. They brought in Sahir West, who had 7 by himself. So I think getting those type of players, bringing in Hitchler as the defensive coordinator, it just seems like this group, as if they mesh it together in time, and it seems exactly what Chesney has done at multiple programs. If they do that the right way, I'm really excited. I think this defense is going to be maybe the spark of the team.
Yeah, no, I think that's safe to say. The energy certainly was there. Aiden Gabira is another guy that they brought in. He is machine-like. I had so much fun watching him from one side of the field to the other, filling gaps when drills just didn't have somebody for his position. He was ready and willing. Seems like somebody who's going to be a really good leader for this bunch.
Yeah. And not only Aiden, but even Sammy O, the middle linebacker. I think all these guys, if they bring this together, I think that's going to be the star of the show for this team.
Yeah, no, it's tough to say what the turnaround will look like, but certainly a lot of room for improvement under this new coaching staff for UCLA.